It's a
All
public
right, well,
bank.
talk about. Well, first of all,
It's a public
like
bank.
I said, we
You're a corporation.
do gotta end it tonight. But talk about like, because it sounds in people's head that's gonna be like he can actually sue them for that. Like, how could you actually sue for that?
Yeah.
How could you actually? What is the real? What is
question.
what is the
the only way?
What is the precedent that you
precedent?
have?
Yes, I like that. So when liability or harm occurs is when a lawsuit happens. Okay.
What is liability?
So any Bank of America customer outside this branch, when they refuse it, if you get robbed and somebody cracks you upside the head, you go to the hospital. If you get cracked upside the head, you get robbed because you're elderly dementia, a SIM kid robs you, please go to the hospital, get your medical bills, and sue the shit out of Bank of America. All you need is medical bills to show a doctor will notate the liability for you. So when you get mugged outside Bank of America, somebody cracks you upside the head and fucks you up. Don't think like, oh, I'm tough. Don't go to the hospital. Get
I ain't no snitch.
Oh, no. This is the culture. A culture we teach you. Let's snitch. Go to the hospital. Don't worry if you don't got insurance, don't worry about it. When you get robbed and mugged outside 8511 by somebody violent and they crack upside the head.
Has it ever happened at that location?
Bank of America advertises 5 p.m. they're open. 4 p.m.
But has anybody ever been robbed or mugged at that location?
People in Dallas have been killed in the middle of the afternoon in restaurants right next to this bank.
Wow.
Google it. Google it. Bank of America knows this. Everybody knows this in downtown Silver Spring. So, which is why when the stick-up kids, hey, Ron, are we still here?
Yep.
Which is why the stick-up kids with ghost guns know with elderly dementia, past 4 p.m., when they're confused out there, yeah, they might get got. Wow. So right now, Bank of America is sucking my dick. They're blowing my phone up to try to placate me and my mom. Oh, we want to help you alone now. No, you don't. They
don't want that lawsuit that's coming.
No, they don't. They don't want that lawsuit. But you know what? I'm not suing them. I'm giving the information to the masses. You know I'm not suing them. I ain't got time and energy for that shit. But you know what I would love? Anybody who's been a victim, who got robbed outside 8511 Georgia Avenue, Bank of America, past 4 p.m. from STEM kids. If you have an injury, I'm not injury lawsuit lawyer. I might as well be Mike motherfucking Slocum. Call Hurtline. Woo! I'm being funny. Yeah, we see his coin commercials. We see them all. Big Al. Call Big Al. Mike Slocum. Yeah. Hey, if anybody the DMV was violently robbed and assaulted outside this Bank of America and you have an injury and your insurance didn't pay for it.
You may be liable. You may be Bank of America. You may be what they say. You may qualify for some.
You may qualify for a class action lawsuit.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Arthur Anderson ain't suing Bank of America, but you know what?
This is just we are the messengers on your behalf.
Oh, hey, maybe
we showed you how
months,
to do it. Write it down on pen and paper and take that shit to court, bro.
Hey, Rondo, I'm not suing them. But
no, how can somebody do it? Do they just take the journal to court? Like, how do you go about that? That's what people need to know.
You don't need you don't need a documented journal.
Do you need money?
You don't need money. You need medical bills. If there's liability, so from my understanding, this Bank of America should be open to 5 p.m. They are putting the sign up. They're making their own policy, which is not Bank of America policy. So if anyone was robbed,
this is like a location branch by branch.
If anyone was robbed and injured between 4 and 5 p.m. outside 851 Georgia Avenue in a very dangerous area, and you have any medical injury, whether you went to the hospital initially, go to the hospital now. Go to the hospital and say somebody
And get an assessment based on the last altercation you had.
You're not falsifying anything. You're not falsifying anything.
You haven't been assessed since that.
You haven't been assessed. Go to the hospital. Get your bills. Call the Big Al Hurtline, Mike Slocum. Give them your bills and show them the sign. But before you do all this, I'm not trying to set anybody up. If you were injured you were robbed from Steel Kids in downtown Spring, you actually have an injury. Let's be real. Let's set an actual precedent. No. Rondo, let me be more careful when I'm advising.
Mm-hmm. People gonna trust you. They're gonna put their heart in this shit. You gotta make sure motherfuckers really don't.
If you were actually harmed psychologically, physically, monetarily, and you have documentation to prove it, that 8511 Georgia Avenue, Bank of America, when they put the sign up 4 p.m. and you're suffering and some harm, if harm happens to you between 4 and 5 p.m., when they state they're open, when the bankers are politely saying to the security guard, why don't you be our fucking pit bull and chase people away? If any harm happened to you between 4 and 5 p.m. at 8501 Georgia Avenue, when you try to enter and they refuse entry, call Mike motherfucking Slocum or Big Al, the Hurt Line. I'm not injured, but personal harm lawyers, their whole existence, if you call them, they answer every fucking time.
Yeah, because they know if you are hurt, you have a case.
If you have a case, they're gonna call, they're gonna answer. You can tell them 2 or 3 minutes what your situation was. They'll tell you yes or no. But if you have a case, they'll be like, yo, dog, you'll talk to the actual lawyer.
Yeah.
Like Mike, you'll talk to the actual lawyer. They'll be like, yo, you have a if
they'll push you up, they'll push you through, yeah.
Oh, they'll push you through. If they tell you you're talking to a lawyer now, you have a case, you have a motherfucking case, and follow what they say. It's not just about
getting the money. When people sue people,
it's about just
trying to get money. It's not about the money.
It's about abuse.
Accountable, exactly.
Accountable.
Because they don't feel like they have to change because nobody's holding them accountable. Nobody's holding them accountable.
I'm going to name a name now. I can get sued for it. Her name is Angela Noren, Nohren. She's a supervisor at Bank of America at the home equity line department who sounds like a motherfucking Karen. She's a supervisor of a subordinate who's a Generation Z guy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you, were we stopping?
No, we're good.
Okay.
No, we're good.
So, I'm going to name names. I'm not trying to get her canceled. I'm not trying to get her fired. But, it's kind of funny how I got referred. Me and my mom were saying we're being confused. We're being stressed about how many associates in the home equity land department are confusing me and mom. It was really funny that everybody said, yo, this guy Noah, he's the fucking whiz. He's going to hold you and mom down, right? Hey, Rondo, he's probably a Jersey Z. He's a young cat. And man, he was probably, out of any Bank of America associate I've ever talked to, probably the most intelligent, patient, rational motherfucker I've ever talked to. I don't know how old he is. He might be 23. His supervisor, though, keeps talking to me disrespectfully, nastily, disrespected me and my mom's trauma history on a loss of trauma with my father. Her name is Angela Noren, Nohren. I'm not going to say his full government. I'll say her full government because she's a supervisor of his. And it's a problem in social work. It's a problem of institutions. It's a problem of old money. She talks to me and my mom.
Define old money and then get back to it.
Well, she talks to me and my mom like she owns us. It's a very snooty fucking tone. Angela Noren, this is how she talks to me and Rondo.
Norton?
Noren. Angela Noren. Nohren. I'm going to put a government out there. And she is a Karen. And this is how she talks to me. When Noah is really helping me and my mom, and we really feel like he's helping us really greatly, she decides to supersede and like jump above him because she's his supervisor, right? Rondo, we know how social workers, people in power do this.
Mm-hmm.
Their position of power. The younger people who are better than them, that know what they're doing, they just feel like for whatever reason they're not doing their job. And they gotta jump in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, we got the drift. So Noah is actually a really good motherfucking associate at Bank of America. He's constantly having to bat down his supervisor above him, Angela Noren, who keeps jumping in. She sounds like she's in a position of power, Rondo. She sounds like, I don't know, an executive in customer service at Bank of America to smooth things out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The supervisors of customer service are called the smoothers. You know what I'm saying? So when a customer can't get their issue resolved,
conflict resolution.
Conflict. We get elevated to a supervisor, right? What happens, Rondo, when you have a conflict with a counselor, Dale, that can meet you well, whatever, and you want to elevate to a social worker? Do you elevate to a social worker? Yes or no? And why don't you elevate to a social worker? Just curious. We're getting to the vein.
Well, if you work down in the trenches, right, in the real thick of it, okay, you're going to make different decisions than a social worker would make. And a social worker is more concerned, just as like a company is, about liability money, protecting money. Staff, protecting. Yeah, but all of that comes before the money, because you need to protect us first, the entity, because we have shareholders, we have investors, we have people we need to make money for. So we have to protect us before we can really worry about the rest of that. And that's what it is. It's that same idea, like you said, money. I just didn't want to reduce it to, because you can't see the money. You can't see the money that they're getting. It's not like they get a check.
Rondo, I see the money very well. Rondo, I see the money very well. I hear what you're saying.
I'm saying, as an average person, you don't see it. You just
is anybody? Well. Here, I'm gonna illuminate, if I can, a little bit. For every in Maryland,
long-winded. We about to end this, John.
Oh no, I'm not being long-winded. No, I'm being really direct. I want to give information to this. No, I'm being very direct. Do you know how much Montgomery County or Maryland pays for 1 day for a client in a group home for their bed?
Is it more than an inmate?
Rondo, it'll really affect you, blow your mind.
It ain't gonna offend me. I already know. I'm gonna get my money back. Yeah, I ain't got to worry about that.
So when you were staying at the group home, I'm not gonna say names or whatever. I'm not denigrating you. I'm not denigrating you, my man.
I mean, the documentaries out there, people will find out.
So the state of Maryland paid about $700, $800 a day.
Yeah.
So $700, $800 a day is what foster care spends nationwide.
And definitely, let me tell you, as I lived there. That was not $700 a day well spent.
Let me tell you. So social workers get paid $150,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year. Counselors get paid $20,000 a year. Okay.
Why do you think those jobs are so financially compensated?
That's a good, solid question. But here's the real question.
It was weird to pay people like when you see somebody who runs a charity and they're super rich. It's kind of weird, right? It's like, why are you rich? Where's the money going?
It's weird how. Weird how anybody donating or anybody doing anything, or clients, you gotta sign receipts, right?
Yeah.
It's really weird, right?
Taxes and all this weird shit.
Taxes, yeah. So clients in foster care don't realize that social workers, the only way they can get paid $300,000 a year is for their signatures. They don't care about you thriving. They just want your initials and your signatures to confirm receipt they're doing their job. They get paid $300,000 a year for those signatures and initials. But if anybody in foster care or anybody that feels like social workers are full of shit, do not sign any receipts to hold them accountable. Because counselors like me, they get paid $30,000 a fucking year. We don't give a shit about your receipts and signatures.
Hit them where it hurts.
Yeah. Hey, Rondo.
The money.
Hey, Rondo, between me and you, when we had some personal interactions, how many times I asked you to sign your signature to say we fucking had an interaction? I don't think I asked you to sign one motherfucking form when we were just hanging out.
You knew I wouldn't have signed it, though, and we would have never hung out.
Yo. I really enjoyed engaging with you. You were a dope motherfucking producer, a young artist. And man, I really enjoyed you show me new fucking art. And man, that's what it was about.
And also you were around while I went through a lot of the situations that I would put into my art. So you saw one side, but then you will see one dark side, but then you will see me create something beautiful out of it. And that's something that
I just want to give you the flip side of the coin. Do you know when I was giving you 30 minutes of my day to drive around the neighborhood, just listen?
Oh, I know that's wrong. I know you was not supposed to do that. I know you was getting in trouble.
Right. Yeah. I got in trouble for that.
I know.
Because
I knew that, but at the same time, I needed it so much that I don't really care.
It's all good. It's all good. I risk getting fired from my white ass motherfucking Karen LCSW social workers. Do you hear my theme?
Yeah.
The ones who are judging me, saying, "Yo, Dale, you're not helping Rondo. You need to listen to what we're saying. You need to take him to the hospital." Hey, Karen. Can I just drive on the block like I always do with Rondo? And can we just vibe? Because man, I don't think Rondo needs to go to the hospital. He's had such a day and he's listening to music shit.
This shit is funny, bro. It's funny, man. But look, I appreciate you having you on the show, man. We do got.
I know it's late. We can pick it up.
You got to give one last statement though, as far as the Bank of America thing. What you want to say about the situation? What should people take away from this? I think it might be 4 to 5 parts. But
my take is, excuse me. I probably am going to segue as a longtime Bank of America customer. For personal reasons, I'm not trying to go ham on Bank of America.
Oh yeah, this is what you told me earlier. You said we should all go to credit unions. Credit
union. So here's the thing. You know what? Bank of America is a public bank, and they're the biggest public bank. If you have any family members who are former military or former government, look into getting credit union. Honestly, because you know what? Federal government. Credit union is federal government, right? They're private. They're not public. Yeah. And if you can get into a credit union bank account, Fed rates, their benefits, they take care of you. So this is a night and day difference. In downtown Silver Spring, man, I don't know if the Department of Commerce Federal Credit Union is still there at NOAA building my dad retired from. It's on East West and Colesville Avenue. But man, if anybody was a credit union member at that bank, let me tell you how secure you feel. The security guards, they meet you at the door. And if you're confused, they're like, ma'am, sir, we will walk you up to the banker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not going to be government security guards, they get paid very well. They're not going to say
they actually care about their job though, too, though. It's a little different.
It's a little different.
It's a little different because it's that's the thing too. It's punching a clock and doing a service and having a, we'll get into it on a podcast.
We can't, but
the service industry is going to shit these days, bro.
It really is. You know what? I'm not saying we all need to go federal.
They're treating it like they sell goods, like they sell a product, like you're supposed to just take what you get type shit now.
But you know what?
Nobody cares about how you feel or the experience shopping with them anymore.
Hey, we as consumers need to be more empathetic. We
need to be empathetic, but we also need to take our power back from these big corporations who treat us like numbers. We're not just numbers, bro. We're your company. We're the value of your company. Turn the PS4.
Absolutely.
We are the value, man. But look, what? Go ahead.
We'll pick it up. No, bro, man. We had a great, you know what I'm saying, chat, man. But,
rap session, yeah, this shit was lit, man.
We had a great session. That's the word.
Yeah, as long as we got out the main message, which is, we know what it is. Hey, log. That's your lifeline. Log everything. You don't necessarily even have to act on it in the moment.
Yes.
But just save your files. Keep it safe and just always have your log ready because
black ink composition journal. Yeah. Black ink. Yep. Any empty spaces, put line through it, initial to end. We'll pick it up another segment. But I appreciate you, brother.
That's mine. It's my composition.
Yeah, I like it.
So.
Hey, Rondo, stamp it, man. Everything owners, these composition books you can find at the dollar store. You know what I'm saying?
Not a spiral notebook, not no 3-ring binder, not none of these. You don't need these, not those.
Yes, Rondo. Thank you for clarifying. Thank you for showing that to the audience. Composition, that same like checker fucking like journal we all see our whole life. Yes,
the old school notebook for school.
Old school shit. Yo, when you go to a lawyer, an injury lawyer, and you have black ink entries of motherfucking institutions that value you, you go to a lawyer, you give them that journal right there. Man, you're gonna be happy. They're gonna look at you like, dog, you did the right.
You did the work for me.
You did the work for me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say. Like, dog, they're gonna be happy if like, yo, fall back. I might ask you questions.
Yeah, this is easy.
They're gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna dig in their ass and I'm gonna fucking get money out of courts.
Yeah.
Hey, Rondo,
look, man, look. We'll be back.
I appreciate it. We will be back. I appreciate your random thoughts. I appreciate your time on the short notice.
With Rondo the Kiid, Arthur Anderson. They're gonna be coming for us, bro. They're gonna come for us. We talk too much.
Hey, they might. Hey, let's put this, we're still recording. This is the time to put my disclaimer. Man, I'm not a paranoid schizophrenic, but man, hey, if I get taken out, if I disappear past today, it's because I'm coming from Bank of America, man. I'm not trying to come from Bank of America, but they got a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. We could talk about greed another podcast on a podcast, but it's crazy how these companies have so much money and they fight tooth and nail for every nickel and dime though.
That's the
nickel and dime poor people.
Hey, Rondo, we got
and they are $1 trillion companies.
They're wasting so much money trying to like micromanage. It's like, dog.
It doesn't even make business sense in my mind.
That makes sense. It's like, how about like you take off this fucking sign? It's 4 p.m. We're closed.
But that goes back to your point about them being old and these older people just thinking in these old ways.
Institutions and like, dog, Rondo will pick you up. That's what's happening. These old fucking dinosaurs, they're forcing old institution rules on us, and we're like, dog. Y'all know what the fuck you're talking about. You're creating liability with old fucking shit.
And it's like the reality is with the internet, people have way more access to information these days. So you can't play people and scam them the same ways you used to. People have power now, and it's almost insulting to treat me as if I don't.
Hey, listeners, Rondo, I'm now on 165 days in to my mom's home equity line application. 165 days ago, they told me, and my mom, it can only take a week. We're now 165 days in. And
wow.
Bank of America, this branch is telling me, Mom, after submitting full copies, like 100 pages of a trust, my dad's trust, my mom's trust, they don't got it. But by the way, I'm going to end on this note.
Right.
I've also heard concerns of the one Paula in the log entry. She's like, Dale, you know what? Damn, I appreciate you being really earnest. Man, I've been hearing concerns of Bank of America bankers associates stealing money from customers because Bank of America is so ass backwards on how long they take to process things, and they don't vet Bank of America associates properly. Paula, excuse me, and this, I'm going to end on this. This is a very powerful note to end on. The reason why Paula,
that's a problem. You have a big company too.
Paula, 4:26 p.m. Look at my log entries.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Hey Dale, I'm only here because they shared my card. I need money. I can't do anything. They're not letting me in, right?" And Paula is very confused at how to move forward. But Rondo, I'm confused how to move forward too, and I'm gonna segue on that. Like,
look, man, we're gonna be back at it.
Yeah, we're gonna be back at it. Cause you know what?
It's not the end of this.
Hey, it's not. 8511 Georgia Avenue. I might be back there tomorrow doing some more recordings at 3:50 p.m., 4 p.m., 4:20 p.m. to show how these motherfuckers at Bank of America don't give a shit.
I was gonna say we can record. We could do it live.
Oh, hey, Rondo,
we can air them out live on the motherfucking shit.
hey, audience, man, I don't want to build the hype, but man, we might do a live broadcast.
Right.
Audience can see 3:58 p.m. what happens at this branch versus 4:10, 4:25, and how many them your age, your class. You're struggling, you're suffering, you're afraid. But on my honest note, Bank of America is a public bank, not private.
Well, just my random thoughts.
Oh, Rondo, that's my random thought too.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel, KKM Media Company. And we got more shit coming. Podcasts, YouTube shows, music, yes, everything. Sir. And yeah, I just appreciate this man. This man is fucking. I don't know, man. I don't know what to call it.
Rondo, like, slow down,
my brother, but you also slow down. You're like
I love you, man. Slow down.
Yeah,
I love you.
Man. Yeah, but you know we ain't got to talk about this on air. But yeah, man, appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you too. We'll bring up tomorrow. All right, peace.